What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another wrestling video on the main channel. Today, I'm going to be giving you guys my official AEW All In 2023 official match card predictions. I believe there's 9 matches on the card. I don't know if it's including 0 Hour, but we'll cover 0 Hour. AEW All In is officially this Sunday, so I wanted to get this out before then because I made the mistake last time recording predictions really late. I was off today, so I wanted to take advantage of it. Before we dive into my predictions, I just want to drop a quick announcement. The quick announcement being that I'm going to start pushing the 5 days of video agenda starting next week. Life is caught up. Work is caught up, school's caught up, so it's been really hard for me to try to push that agenda because I really do want to stick to it. I want to stick to the formula. I have really struggled with consistency throughout my life, and I really want to use this as a stepping stone and as a ladder for me so I can get better with it. So I want to go and stick with this 5-day formula agenda. My original goal was to do Monday through Friday. Starting Monday, I'm going to be pushing the 5 days a week agenda, and I'm going to be experimenting with wrestling content because I don't really know what most people want because I don't really have a lot for analytics. So I'm going to be experimenting throughout the week and seeing if you guys like a certain video, then we'll stick with it. If you don't like a certain video, then we won't stick with it, but we're going to find out as we go along. I can't really do a lot of streaming. I was going to be starting streaming this week because I really wanted to stream, but unfortunately, I ran into some issues. That main being the computer I have is not very compatible with streaming, so I can't stream. So for now, what I'm going to do is I'll just be posting reviews. So I'll go over every single Raw, SmackDown, Collision, Dynamite, NXT, and I'll just tell you guys my reactions towards every single match or promo that was on the card. So that's how I'm going to be doing it for now. And then as we start building this, then I can start upgrading stuff and I could probably start streaming because I really do want to stream. But for now, I'm just going to work with what I have. And with the time that I have, I'm just going to be sticking to making YouTube videos. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Now, with that announcement out of the way, I'm going to dive into my official AEW All In 2024 predictions. Time of this recording, there has only been one match that has been announced for AEW All In, that being Chris Statlander, Stokely Hathaway taking on a team of Tomohiro Ishii and Willow Nightingale. I'm picking Willow's team to get the win. I'm interested to see how Stokely Hathaway will do in the ring. I bet he's going to be having some really funny bumps, possibly with Tomohiro Ishii, like chopping him in the corner or whatever it may be. And we could even see Chris Statlander pick up Tomohiro Ishii, do like a body slam or a power bomb. But no matter what, Willow's team is going to win. As of Friday, August 23rd, this is the official matches that have been confirmed to happen at AEW All In. So the first match that I'm going to be talking about will be the London Ladder match, which is a fatal 4-way match for the AEW World Trios Championship that's currently held by the best father in the world, the greatest father in AEW, the father that every child would want to have, that being Christian Cage in the Patriarchy with Killswitch, Nick Wayne, Patriarchy, taking on the team of the Bang Bang Gang, that being Juice Rock Hard, Juice Robinson, the Guns, Austin and Colton Gunn. And then you have the House of Black, which is Malachi Black, Brody King, and Buddy Matthews. I guess the House of Black is face now. I honestly don't know how that's going. Like, I think the Bang Bang Gang is also face. I haven't really been following Collision, so all these teams are faces, even though they were heels. Yeah, I don't get it either. I'm going to be honest. So an update as of now. So there's actually going to be a number 1 contenders match this Saturday at Collision. It is a team of Top Flight and Leo Rush taking on BCC, which is Claudio Castagnoli, Wheeler Yuta, and Pac. So I guess that triangle is no longer a thing. There has been rumors that Lucha Bros will be going to WWE, whether that happens or not, I don't know. But that was contestants that have been confirmed to possibly have been possibly in the match. Now, my original prediction that I was going to do was going to be this thing called the Hurt Symphony or the Hurt Business. I thought that you were going to have Bobby Lashley, MVP, Shelton Benjamin make their official AEW debuts in this match. Now, that could still happen, but I don't know if it's going to happen in the match itself. I think, personally, the BCC is going to win with Pac. They'll get into the match, but ultimately, I said it without messing up, ultimately, I believe that the Patriarchy will retain the AEW Trios Championship And maybe we see a Hurt Symphony appearance. I don't think we will. This should be a fun match. And I just hope they do something with the trios titles, because it has really lost its prestige ever since the Elite and Death Triangle had. Remember the Best of 7 series they had? Like, that's when it really felt like it had prestige. At this point, it's just been kind of mid. Just like every other AEW championship, it's just kind of there. So I hope that Christian Cage, who's done a really good job elevating titles, I hope he can continue doing that for the Trios Championships. But I am taking the patriarchy, the best father, the greatest father, the only father that you need, being Christian Cage. And the patriarchy as well. Next up, we have the FTW Championship, which used to stand for F the World, but now it's For the World. Just don't tell Taz. It is going to be Chris Jericho, the Learning Tree. Hi, guys. As he says, hi, guys. Taking on Hook. Send Hook. Send Hook to NXT? I think we'll have to wait on that. But it's Hook and Jericho for the FTW Championship. Hook has an eye patch now. So he's like Tom DeLoa. See, he has the eye patch. Jericho was a wizard, and then he was a Learning Tree, and then he was the Ocho, and then he was Le Champion, and then he was the Lionheart, too. And then I think he was something else. The Lionheart. I don't know. Jericho's had a lot of gimmicks in AEW. Chris Jericho in 2024. You get what you get, right? But I'm taking Chris Jericho, the Learning Tree, to get the win over the Hook Tree. Is that what the Hook Tree? Or the Branch? You think branches have hooks on them? Anyways, Jericho gets the win. Next up, we have the AEW Tag Team Championships that will be defended by the EVP, the Young Bucks, Matt, and Nicholas Jackson, taking on a team of FTR in their 1,567th match together in AEW, which happened also last year, announced this year. But this time, you can actually put a scissor in between, and that sounds really weird, but the Acclaimed are in the match. That's what I'm just trying to say. So you have a triple threat match for the AEW Tag Team Championships. This should be a very interesting match. This was a match that was supposed to happen at Collision. It was the number one contenders match between FTR and the Acclaimed. I did think this match was going to be a triple threat because they've been teasing it. I am taking the Young Bucks, the EVPs, to win this match, and we'll see what happens at All Out. Maybe the EVPs face the Acclaimed or the EVPs face FTR. I don't know. But what I do know is I'm taking the Young Bucks to win this match. Next up, we have the Casino Gauntlet Battle Royal match that is going to happen at AEW All In. Kyle O'Reilly is in the match, and Roderick Strong might be in the match, and Orange Cassidy, who actually has the number one spot in the match. Now, who I think is going to win, I don't really know. Actually, I do know. But before we tell you the winner, I'm going to tell you this. It was recently reported that yesterday, Ricochet has signed a 3-year contract with All Elite Wrestling. Now, my prediction is he'll actually show up in the match. I think we'll be seeing Ricochet's debut in AEW this Sunday at All In. I could also be seeing Adam Cole potentially being the winner, with him being teased a lot at All In. I don't think that Adam Cole will win the match. I think that he could be in the match. He was one of the winners that I thought would be predicted. But I am picking Hangman to get the win. I don't know where the match will take place. I believe it's probably going to be All Out. I believe, right? Isn't that the stip where whoever wins is the number one contender at All Out for the championship? I believe it is. So I'll tell you who I think is going to win the AEW championship later on in the video, but I'm picking Hangman Adam Page to win the Casino Gauntlet Battle Royal because it's a safe pick, and I honestly don't know who will be in it. But I am saying do not be surprised if Ricochet does make his debut. Next up, we have a coffin match for the TNT Championship, that being Darby Allin taking on Jack Perry, the Scapegoat, in a coffin match. But what if the coffin had real glass on top of it? That'd be a really interesting twist. Don't you think? Like a coffin, and then it has real glass. I want to pick Jack Perry to win the match, but I'm actually going to be picking Darby Allin to win this match. The main reason is I think that Sting will come in and make an interference in the match. He'll make an appearance. He'll likely beat up Jack Perry. I hope that Darby doesn't come out with a flamethrower again. You know what? I picture this. So Darby puts Jack Perry in the coffin, and then he lights the coffin on fire. And then he just says, "Real fire, cry me a river." And he walks out to Metallica, Seek and Destroy in the background. Now, I could honestly see that happening. I would not put it past Darby to see it happen. I could definitely see it. But yeah, Darby Allin is going to win. Even though I'm not very confident in it, but I'm going to stick with Darby Allin just because I don't think that Jack Perry is going to win a match as designated just for Darby Allin. I mean, him winning a coffin match against Darby just feels off. So I'm going to pick Darby to win. Next up, we have the Tea and Crumpets versus Burgers and Hot Dog match. That being MJF supporting America, Raw, America, #1, God bless America, Raw, America, taking on the UK side, England, Will Ospreay, bruv. The match is MJF defending his new American Championship against William Ospreay, which was the AEW International Championship, which was then dumped out by MJF and brought in the AEW American Championship, where he's walking around like Uncle Sam all over these countries, whether it's Mexico and CMLL, whether it's in Rev Pro in England, or whether it's AEW All In Wembley Stadium. This match actually already happened. MJF won at the very split second. MJF got the win over William Ospreay. They're going to have another match. Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys, I am very excited for the match. The segment between MJF and Ospreay was really, really good. And it's been really awesome to see how much the All-American Championship has been honestly elevated as a very important title. It feels almost as important when Ospreay held it, it was important. But when Orange Cassidy held the belt, that's when it was really at its prestige. Now it's really starting to gain that prestige again, where it's becoming important in AEW programming. And I got to give all props to MJF. Like, the guy is honestly so incredible. You give him anything to work with, he'll turn, chicken crap into chicken salad. That's how good the guy is. Now for the match itself, I honestly don't know what more could they do. They literally had a 60-minute match. Like, what is there more to do? I'm excited for the two to wrestle because they're two of the best in AEW, but what is there more to do? They wrestled 60 minutes, so it's going to be very intriguing to see what they do. Now, before I pick the winner, I do think we'll be seeing an appearance by the Red Death gimmick of Daniel Garcia. I believe he will cost MJF the match. Ospreay will get the win. He will become the new AEW American. Just kidding. He's going to get the belt and he's going to dump it in the trash. And next up, we have the TBS Championship between Mercedes Moné taking on Britt Baker, DMD. This should be a very interesting match. The build for it has been pretty solid when you had Britt Baker make her return to AEW. Forbidden Door, she made her return. I believe that Mercedes Moné will get the win over Britt Baker. And now here's what I think is going to happen after the match. I believe that Mercedes Moné and Camille will beat up Britt Baker like really bad. Jamie Hayter, she'll make her grand return to AEW to a thunderous pop in her hometown. Next up, we have the AEW Women's World Championship match, that being Timeless Toni Storm, who will be defending her AEW Women's Championship, taking on Mariah May. This should be a match that is going to be really, really good. I've been insanely impressed with Mariah May lately. In my opinion, I believe she has done an incredible job building up this new heel feud. Watch for the shoe, as Mariah May will say, when she beat up Toni Storm on that Dynamite episode. It really established her as a huge star in the company for years and years to come. As much as I like this Timeless Toni Storm gimmick, I believe it is unfortunately time and crown Mariah May the new AEW Women's World Champion. I think that Toni is going to lose the belt. Mariah May is going to be my prediction to win this match. This has honestly been one of the best feuds in AEW programming recently. So I'm really happy there is a legit feud and a legit reign for Toni Storm to have as champion. She has done such an incredible job with this new gimmick, with this new championship reign. But Mariah May is going to win. The main event of the Swerve Strickland. Swerve Strickland will be defending his AEW championship against the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson. As you can tell, I am wearing the shirt kicking heads in since 1999. I wasn't even born then. That's how long he's been kicking heads. He's been kicking heads even before I became a thought. That's how long Bryan Danielson has been doing this. And I believe that this shirt was appropriate to wear for this video because this is the final countdown. Champion versus career. This is a match that I'm very excited for. This is the match that I am most looking forward to. They have done such an incredible job with the feud. This match will also have the final countdown playing in Wembley Stadium. That is going to be such an awesome feeling. I cannot wait to see the final countdown being played for potentially the last time in AEW of the amazing career of Bryan Danielson. Now, Do I think that Swerve Strickland will continue his dominant AEW run and finally end the career of the American Dragon, one of the greatest wrestlers of all time, one of my personal favorite wrestlers of all time, someone that I really started to grow up watching during his huge run against the Authority back in 2014? Will all of that end this Sunday? No, it will not, because I'm going to pick Bryan Danielson to get the win over Swerve Strickland, winning his first official AEW championship in the company to a amazing reception. I could actually see a Ric Flair-esque storyline they'll be doing where Ric Flair, if he lost any match back in 2008, if he had lost a match, he would retire. I believe that is going to be the stipulation moving forward for Danielson, because we don't know how long he's going to be a full-time wrestler in AEW for before he just disappears into the background and helps Tony create the shows or helps him with the shows in the background. But I am taking Bryan Danielson to win this match. This match should be a 5-star classic. Swerve is such an underrated wrestler, and Bryan Danielson is such a fantastic wrestler. So put these two together. I believe you're going to have yourselves a match of the year candidate, which will be even better when Bryan Danielson will triumph over Swerve Strickland and hold the AEW championship to close AEW All In. And that will do it for me, ladies and gentlemen. Those are my official AEW All In 2024 predictions. If you guys like this video, leave a like for more wrestling content like this. Super kick that subscribe button. I really appreciate any little bit of support. Comment down below if you guys agree with my AEW All In 2024 predictions. And if you don't, type down below what your AEW All In 2024 predictions are. I always love to hear what you guys say. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy AEW All In. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Take care.